Hello viewer. I'm a channel that posts scary stories from Reddit, usually ones that have a set of rules to follow in order to survive, though I may vary. I did not create this post, nor do I own it. I'm just posting it on YouTube for entertainment. If you would like to suggest me a story, or want me to take a video down, leave it in the comments. I promise I will read them. Without further ado, let's get into the video, and thank you for watching. r/rules horror, posted by u/charcharcharcoal. Rules to avoid being found. As you read this text, there is a dark malevolent entity searching for you. It gets a step closer every minute. You have limited time. If you want to avoid being found, you must follow the rules below. Rules. Rule 1. You must wear only bright white clothing. Not off-white, not dull white, only bright white. This entity is unable to see the brightest of white. It's basically invisible to it. Rule 2. Avoid closed/locked places that are populated. This entity has the ability to disguise itself as another person. Rule 3. Keep in mind that this entity will do absolutely anything to try and trick you/gain your trust. Rule 4. Always keep as many lights on as possible. This entity tries to avoid light as much as possible. If you aren't able to access electricity, surround yourself with as many candles as possible. If you don't have access to candles, start a big fire. Avoid surrounding yourself with darkness. The darkness whispers. It will reveal your exact location. Rule 5. But when you see humanoid beings made of light, run the opposite direction. They will try and get you to come with them. Do not listen. People who listen disappear. Rule 6. You can trust the beings made of light. They are here to save you. Rule 7. Rule 6 does not exist. Rule 8. If you see your vision darkening, it's too late. The entity is with you. Thank you for following these rules. You've made my life easier. Our next story of the video. r/rules horror, posted by u/bakugosbakutoes. The City of Shadows. Do not discard. Dear traveler, welcome to the City of Shadows. You have received this letter, plus a map of the city upon your arrival to the visitor center, and are responsible for it as of now. Soon you will be able to leave the center and explore the town, or check into your hotel. But first, the rules. Rule 1. Do not get rid of this letter. Rule 1A. If you lose your letter, immediately, including at night, come back to the visitor center and take a new one from the box labeled replacements. Rule 2. Make sure to look at the name before you check into your hotel. If the name is not City Hotel or Shadowville, immediately exit and do not look back, because this is not your hotel. Rule 2A. If you hear a voice calling you from the hotel, do not respond. They will take it as an invitation. Rule 2B. If the hotel's name is 3C1TH0T3L or shades of red, report the address, name, and time of day to the visitor center. Rule 3. When you get your room key, always check it on the chart behind the receptionist. If your room is not on the chart, request a different room by saying this room is out of order. Rule 4. Do not talk to anyone in the elevators. Rule 5. Your room will always be on the right. Do not enter any doors on the left. They belong to the locals who live there permanently. Rule 6. There should not be a mirror in the room. If there is, shatter it as soon as you can. Rule 6A. Do not fall asleep without shattering the mirror. They come out at night. Rule 6B. Try your best not to look at your reflection for longer than 10 seconds. Rule 7. If you hear tapping on your windows at night, do not search for the source. Rule 8. At exactly 3:56 AM the television will turn on. This is just the normal news, and it is advised to listen. Rule 9. If you run into anyone in the halls, you can talk to them, but only briefly. Rule 10. Leave your hotel before none each day, and return before 10 o'clock each night. Specific rules. Rule 11. The old couple on 53rd and Madeline will invite you to dinner with them. They are very kind people, and some of the few you can talk to. Rule 11A. When you show up, a little girl will answer the door. Ignore her and walk past her. Rule 11B. If she shows up during dinner, give her a pie of bread from the basket on the table. If she says I'm still hungry after you do, tell her sorry, there's no more bread, and go back to eating. Rule 12. There is a dark-haired boy around 13 years of age that you might see wandering the area. He is her sister. Rule 13. If he asks you where she is, say oh, she's visiting your grandparents and walk away. Rule 14. The only other people you can safely talk to are the workers, store clerks, hotel receptionist, and visitor center employees, the librarian named Sophie Saint, and the other travelers. Rule 14A. The safe store clerks are named Jenna Jackson, short female, light brown hair, Kevin King, tall male, long black hair, and Lana Lee, tall blonde female. Rule 14B. The hotel receptionist's name is Taylor. Taylor can be any gender, and will have a short pixie cut and a studded choker. Rule 14C. You can recognize other travelers by their visitor tags on their shirt. Talk to each other. Final rule. Rule 15. Watch out for the full moon, which marks the beginning of the monthly bloodbath. Sincerely, staff at COS Visitor CENTER *.